I am not fond of the Obama administration, but one must give credit where credit is due. Against its own preferences, the Obama administration has managed to greatly diminish U.S. military involvement in Iraq. Sure, this was because the Iraqi government would not continue granting immunity to American soldiers for the numerous life-depriving errors and abuses that some of them perpetrated, but compared to the myriad other broken promises of the Obama administration, this is an accomplishment indeed. Granted, the withdrawal is not complete, and in a country where the mission was declared accomplished so many times, people eventually stopped listening. But this time, meaningful withdrawals did actually take place. From a peak of 176,000 troops and who knows how many contractors and auxiliary personnel, the number of people intended to remain in Iraq is about 16,000 diplomats, contractors, and others, allegedly in a non-combat capacity. While this cannot be defined as a complete withdrawal by any stretch of the imagination, it is an order of magnitude reduction. It is the least Obama could reasonably do, given his threefold escalation of the U.S. troop presence in Afghanistan. This reduction was long overdue. An undeclared war without an object, killing and antagonizing the very people it was intended to save, the Iraqi occupation has turned out to be a showcase of the follies of militarism and foreign policy interventionism. We can only hope that it can teach the densest people of all, politicians, the lesson that bombing campaigns and random atrocities do not create peace, stability, or freedom despite the best intentions. That central planning in a foreign land works just as poorly as central planning at home. Of all the candidates running for president today, Ron Paul is the only one who understands the folly of such life-destroying military adventures. All the other Republican candidates seem outright bloodthirsty for an even more devastating war with Iran, while Obama appears to be resigned to the inevitability of prolonged, debilitating, fatiguing occupations, despite his earlier rhetoric to the contrary. Whether it is a Teddy Roosevelt-like lust for war or a fear of losing national prestige, these politicians have their priorities backward. Life must be first. Prosperity next. As for that national honor nonsense, it is just an ideological trap to keep us obedient peons, depleting our hard-earned savings so that political elites can play soldier with living human toys.